There are certain rules to follow when adding and subtracting when you're counting sig figs. When adding and subtracting, I find it best to start by just adding and subtracting in normal fashion. Okay, so for example, let's say we have 5.81 and we want to subtract by 2.50. If you were doing this just plainly, without thinking about sig figs, your answer would be about 3.31. But now there are other steps that we have to check. We have to check and make sure that we have the correct amount of sig figs. When dealing with addition and subtraction, you need to count the amount of sig figs in the decimal place. For 5.81, there are 2 significant digits in the decimal place. The same thing can be said for 5.0. There are 2 significant digits in the decimal place. While they might have 3 total, they both have 2 sig figs in their decimal place. So our answer has to have 2 decimal place sig figs. Since both are whole numbers between 1 and 9, we count both of them, and it ends up being that our final answer is the same as if we just did it normally. So what about a situation when they don't have the same amount? What if, let's say we have 7.5 minus 2.25. Again, I like to start by adding and subtracting in normal fashion. 7.5 minus 2.25 gets us about 5.25. But now I have to count my significant figures. For this one, I only have 1 sig fig in its decimal place. While here, I have 2 significant digits in my decimal place. So, for my answer, I have to take the least amount of sig figs that were given to me in the problem. In this case, we are only given 1 sig fig, because a 1 is less than 2. However, 5.25 gives us 2 significant figures. In order to make it 1 sig fig, we can round up. 5 rounds up, and now our answer becomes 5.3. And that is our correct answer when considering significant figures. The last situation that I'd like to go over deals with zeros. Actually, what I'd like to do is start with 0.1, 0, 0, minus 0.005. In this situation, again, I'll start off by just subtracting normally. 0.100 minus 0.005 will give me 0.095. But now I need to count significant figures. In my decimal place here, I have 1 significant digit in 1, but I have 2 zeros that are to the right of this significant digit. With that being a decimal place to the left of my 1, that means that these zeros are significant. All right. Now, for 0.005, 0.005 has one significant digit here, but it has 2 zeros to the left. Zeros that are to the left of a significant figure in a decimal place are not considered significant. So these zeros are not significant. For 0.100, I have 3 sigfigs in my decimal place. While in 0.005, I have 1 significant digit. When counting sigfigs for my final answer, I can only use the least amount given. Since I've only been given 1 significant figure here, my answer can only have 1 significant digit. Now, 0.095 has 2 significant digits, both 9 and 5. Since the 0 is left of a significant digit in a decimal place, it is not considered significant. So in order to make 0.95, I need to round up. So my answer, if this 5 rounds up this 9 to 10, would be 0.1. It is not 0.100 because that would be 3 sigfigs. It just remains 0.1.